Howdy, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Card Blitz. Today, I'm going into a new world with episode 54. I'm learning about Pokemon from Gabriel Villegas of DFWCardGuy. Gabriel, how's it going?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing good.
I'm hunkering down, man. We got kind of an ice storm here in the Metroplex, and
Yes, yes, we
personally, I think
do.
we're going to be on like homebound for 4 days, man. I don't see us going back to work till Wednesday.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, so and the next wave's coming in later on today. So again, I
Yes.
appreciate you taking time while you're there at the house, on a Saturday to talk Pokemon with me because that's how I got to know you. I met you
Yes.
the uh, at the card show back
Yes, the
in June.
DFW card show, yeah.
Yeah, and I had no idea what I was stepping into. You were very kind and it kind of you said, "Hey, man, check this out, check that out, and go meet some folks." And I enjoyed myself. So again, thank you for being here. And why don't we just
Thank you
get
for
into
having
it,
me.
man? Like Gabriel, so for you, how did you get started in the hobby?
It started about, I would say 5 years ago, maybe. Is it 2020? Back at the end of 2020, I got back into the hobby of Pokemon. I was like in maybe 2016, I was doing like a little bit Funko Pop collecting, and I kind of got out of Funko Pops and got into like collecting Pokemon again.
So did you collect Pokemon as a kid, or did you collect it?
Yes, I did
Okay,
as
that's
a
what I'm asking. So.
yeah, yeah. Okay, well, when I was younger, yes, when I was probably like seven, 6 or 7, around there, 8 maybe. No, I was younger. I was around 7, I think, when they came out.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
were you my understanding is that Pokemon has like kind of like what three different like eras? Like the original one, there's a second era of like what 2006 to 2011 or and then like this current modern era. So were you with like that first era of like the late 90s?
Yes, yes, yes. I was a part of the '90s collecting Pokemon, and actually my brother got me into collecting cards as well. So that's why Pokemon was a big thing back then when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. So have you ever collected other types of collectibles like sports cards or you had mentioned Funko Pops, right?
Yeah, I did collect. So as a kid, I collected Pokemon, and I kind of outgrew it when I was going into like middle school, and I started collecting football cards. So my middle brother, his name was Chris. He actually got me into like also collecting sports because he collected sports and Pokemon. And when I was younger, and all I did was collect Pokemon. And so when I got older, he kind of introduced me into like the sports,
Hmm.
cards too. So I do have a lot of sports cards too as well. Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, like what era of sports cards, like for those football cards, was that like in the 2010s or like late 2000 aughts or
Yeah, the late 2000s, like I remember like Peyton Manning and watching Tom Brady become the quarterback that he became, the Rams and the
the
and the
GOAT?
Patriots. Yeah, the GOAT, yes. The cards, I would say, I'm trying to think, it's way back there. It's in 2000. I remember collecting maybe or like Peyton Manning, I guess maybe his third or fourth year card and stuff like that. Having, I still have some of the collections too of my old sports cards as well. I'm kind of a collector of a lot of a lot of
So
cards.
mom didn't throw out your football cards and your Pokemon cards.
No, no.
You were able to
So
kind of keep your collection from your childhood.
yes, yes. My parents actually like they kind of just left my room when I left. They just kind of left the room as is. Like, even with my nephews, they make sure they didn't touch anything when they were little. But I have almost all my stuff, like even like my Power Ranger toys. I still have my Power Ranger toys. I don't, they're put up, they're not in this room, but kind of everything. Kind of, I still have almost everything of as a child. Ninja Turtle toys. I was always
You had it
collecting.
all.
Yeah, I that thing that my dad always tells me. He's like, as a kid, you've always kept your stuff neat. Like you had it, you put it up, and you make sure you didn't break it or anything, and you kind of evolved that way. Like where I always kept my cards. I had them off top loaders. My brother taught me to put them in penny sleeves and top loaders and put them in a box. And if I didn't want to use them anymore or whatever, just put it away and just move on to whatever you're gonna do next. So there was a part of my life where I didn't collect, but I mean, I got into like video gaming a little bit as a teenager. Um,
And then life happens, right?
yeah, then you get older, then you get married, and then
Then you come back to this hobby like
yeah, you come back to the
later.
hobby. Yeah, you come back to the hobby. Coming in 2020 kind of got me back, like 2020, 2021 got me right back into Pokemon, and also too, I'm still buying like sports cards and stuff like that too. I
Oh,
like I watch sports too, so I kind of and the Longhorns are one of my favorite teams too. Watching Ricky Williams,
oh, that man, that was right after I was in school. I was there in the early '90s, so
yeah,
Ricky came afterwards. But I enjoyed watching his ride, at UT and then making it in the NFL. And man, certainly sweet time back then for you to kind of get introduced to that era of football. Um,
yeah,
well, like I said, this channel is all about like cards, and this is a different facet for me because I know nothing about Pokemon other than
mm.
like my daughter, she collects Pokemon cards, which
Yes, the
you
same for
might be
them.
looking at that going, dude, this is like some simple base card. But she gave me, she's like, here you go, Dad. And then last year there was the McDonald's run of Pokemon cards. So you
Yes.
know, we put together the set of 16. We did some trades with some folks, and so she
Mm.
got her set of 16. I'm like, hey, you're good, because I'm kind of like a set completionist. So I'm
Uh-huh.
like, if you're gonna get like 8 of these Pokemon cards, let's get all 16 after finding out there were 16 of them. Um,
Yeah.
so let me ask you, like, do you have any cards, Pokemon cards that like are near and dear to you that you're like, man, not take the money part, throw it out the window,
Yeah. That's how it kind
cards
of.
you like?
Yes. Like I said, like I still have my childhood cards, so I do have like the base set Charizard that came out in the 90s. I still have him. I actually got him graded probably like 3 or 4 years ago. Let me go get him for you so you can.
Oh, all right.
And and this whole I have everything where I can reach it.
Well, here we are, folks, as Gabriel's going to grab some cards for some show and tell. Oh, he's also a Cowboys fan too, so hey,
Yeah.
how about
I
that?
mean, born and raised in Dallas, so
As am I. I'm a Dallas
yeah.
kid.
And yeah, so like I have if you could see it, my PSA graded, it's an 8
Hmm.
Charizard base set. So I've had it since it came out. It's been in closets and now it's hanging in my room. So
And you said that's a first edition,
no, it's a base set.
a base set. So is that from
Yeah,
like the early or the late '90s or?
yeah. Like, I think it's like 97.
Oh, okay.
I think yeah, yeah. I mean, me and my brother, we were at the card shops. I remember on the weekends. He's older than me, so he was working. So when he was off, he was like, "Let's go to the card shops." And I remember back then in the '90s, there were so many card shops back then,
Hmm.
compared like when you got into the early 2000s when they were kind of going away. So we would go to a card shop and we'd go like to 3 card shops looking for Pokemon cards, and he would be looking for football, and we would buy the Pokemon cards and stuff like that. And I don't remember pulling it, but I remember it's like almost what 30 years ago. So
Right, right.
so it's kind of hard, but I remember always having it. So it was in a penny sleeve and top loader and put away,
Well, Gabriel,
but
do you have any other kind of cards you want to show off real quick before I start with all sorts of Q&A stuff? Because, like I said, I've got a laundry list of questions because I know nothing about Pokemon, and this will be your like you teach and I learn kind of session.
I mean, not really. I have like a lot of collections, even Pokemon. Like, I can show you. Like Pokemon.
Oh, apparently Gabriel keeps Pokemon cards everywhere, and I'm
Yeah,
admiring
that's the
his.
thing about collecting, and
You got
like
binders and stuff, yeah.
I have a lot of base set Pokemon. I still have them, the originals that I pulled as a child.
Oh, okay.
If you could see it, yeah. If you could see, I still have a lot of collections. I even have like I said, my brother. When I got back into the hobby, I would say maybe 4 years ago, I think. And he also gave me a graded Payne Manning card. I think it's his second year, if you could see it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, right there.
Yeah, it's his
Okay.
second year card. He gave it to me as a birthday gift, and so I keep it up here, put up.
It means a lot because he gave it to you, right?
Yeah, yeah, and he's the one. one of the persons that got me into the hobby, and he got himself back into the hobby when I got myself back into the hobby. So, and now his son collects the Pokemon cards too, and he's like in his, I think he just turned 21, so he got back into it too, and he's excited. He's always at the card shows with me trying to buy stuff. I
I
think he
hear
was
you.
there when you were there. I don't
Yeah.
know if you met him, but he was there as well.
Well, I
But
met you and the missus. I did not meet him, but
oh yeah, yeah,
I was out wandering and getting to know the tables and the Pokemon dealers, and so
yeah. You can get lost at these shows for a long time,
I w yeah. Well, well, one of
hours.
the other questions I was going to ask you, Gabriel, is right now that, like I said, my understanding there's like these three main eras of Pokemon cards.
Mm.
Do you think there'll be like a fourth era like in the next few years, or do you think that's something that'll be like right now the third era being like current? Do you think there's gonna be a big change in Pokemon that they'll say, hey, here's like the cutting line and moving on to another era of Pokemon?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Pokemon is, I mean, like it's been going on for almost what, they're doing the 30th anniversary this year, so it's gonna keep
We're not
going.
math guys, but
Yeah.
we're like, 30 years. Okay, it's been around
Yeah,
for
yeah. I
30
know when
years.
you showed me the 25th anniversary, I was like, yeah, the 30th anniversary is coming out. So Pokemon's been around for a while, and I think it's gonna keep going, within the market and as well as collecting.
Well, then that might set a new era then with the
Yeah,
post 30 mark.
yeah.
Let me ask you this then. I know, like on the sports card side of things, like sealed products been a hot item over the years.
Hmm.
I'm assuming that's the same for Pokemon.
Yes, yes. I mean, I do have sealed items to the on the side of me right here too. Yeah, for my shows
Do
for
you
the
think
show.
that sealed product will retain its value? Will it increase in value, or um, what are your thoughts
Yes,
on that?
yeah. Especially like this year going in, Evolving Skies really hit the market. I think before the year before 2024, they were going for like maybe 400 to now going for almost a couple thousand for just a booster box.
Oh wow! So
So that's like
that's big
36
money.
packs.
When you
36
get to
packs,
four
yeah.
digits, that's big cash, man.
Yeah, yeah. So some of them are going up, even though like they say the market's kind of going down, but it's kind of like settling down for a little bit right now before it goes back up.
Oh, okay. Like what kind of things influence the market for sealed products? Is it just, hey, each time there's a newer one that comes out, or is it, hey, as the years go by, like what
So
makes that the
so
price?
like last year Prismatic came out and everybody was trying to chase the Sumbreon. So that drove the market up. Everybody was trying to buy the prismatic boxes, and the prismatic boxes were going for hundreds of dollars. And Pokemon Center actually releases ETBs. They call them the Elite Trainer boxes as well, and those are going for a little bit more. So I think it's what's in the set. So it was all the almost all the evolutions. It was all the evolutions. So that's what kind of drove the set high
Do
for
you,
that.
do you think like Pokemon boxes, let's just say from like 2008 or 2012, do those
Mhm.
old boxes that are sealed, do they still have like a premium value, or are those ones like not as sought after?
No, they are. They are. Everything kind of went. Everything got real expensive last year. Even I think the ETBs came out in I think 2012, if I'm right. And so those older boxes were getting higher in market, and it just depends on like what's in the set, like what cards are in what set, and that set's going to be higher than some other sets.
Okay. Th- so simple question here. Like
Hmm.
you have all those Pokemon cards in a binder that you showed earlier.
Yeah.
So like do kids or adults, do y'all collect them like people like on the sports side to make a set and say like hey or a player run or like a certain year? That's part one, and then part two of my question is do they it's a game. So do people actually like
Hmm.
trade cards or play it, or do
Yeah,
y'all
it's kind
look
of
at the art and
everything.
go,
The
this is
Pokemon.
beautiful art? Explain to
Yeah.
me and all these CardBlitz viewers what's the deal with these Pokemon cards because I have no idea, man.
And I think in the hobby, there's you do have like the vendors, people that sell cards, people that collect cards, and people that play. And as a vendor, I do see people looking for cards so they can play, like playable cards. And also you see people that just collect and they just collect a certain card, or they collect a set, like they want to finish the set. Like this past, they want to finish the Phantasmal Flame set. They want to collect the whole binder. The sometimes the cards, there's like 100 and something cards in a set, so they want to collect the whole set in a binder so they can finish the set and start on the next set that comes out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's collectors out there that have them from 1997 to 2026 or 2025, like just all these sets, and they just look through the
Yes.
cards like sports card collectors. They just
Yeah.
reminisce, nostalgia. Uh,
Yeah.
they got that goal. I got to collect this.
Yeah. It's the same thing like in sports. Like in sports, you do collect, like I said, like a Pay Manning, and everybody wants to collect just a Pay Manning card. In Pokemon, they have a certain Pokemon that they like, and so that's all they do is collect that Pokemon, and whichever set that Pokemon is on.
So going back to this McDonald's card of I
Mm-hmm.
think it's pronounced Hydreigon.
Mm-hmm.
So there would be someone that would be like, "Hey, I only collect Hydreigon cards through
Yes,
the years," or I
that's it. Yeah,
only okay. So they
there's
get
people that
a
just collect
character
like
they
a Ditto
like.
card and stuff like that, smaller Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. They always people are always laughing. Like I know people don't collect this much, but I'll collect this Pokemon, and I'm like, okay. Sometimes I'll go look in my binders and stuff for them to see if they, have this Pokemon that they're looking for. Because there's so many Pokemon, and some of them they don't have a lot of cards. There's certain some Pokemon have like 20 cards that have been made, and some Pokemon have like hundreds of cards. Especially like a Charizard card.
Right. That's one of the common names that everyone knows in the hobby. Oh,
Yeah,
is it a Charizard? Is it a
yeah,
I
or
guess a
Pikachu.
Pikachu?
Pikachu, yeah.
Exactly.
Pikachu's are very common. People are always looking for like, do you have like a Squirtle or the basic the original Pokemon? I'm like, if it's in the binder, they are popular Pokemon. The originals are still the popular ones, that people look for to collect.
So the ones that were released in 1997 or 98,
Yeah.
it's 2 years, 3 years, late 90s, those carry the premium value, I guess, dollars and cents wise, right?
Yeah, there's some that are lower. There's some because they Pokemon prints a lot, so they'll reprint Pikachu cards, different ones. They'll reprint Squirtles and stuff. All the original ones they'll reprint, but different. They'll look different.
Right. So does that matter in the mind of a Pokemon collector? An original 1998 versus a reprint from 2016? Does
Yeah,
that
some
like
some of them
anything in
collect.
there?
Some of them want to collect every Pikachu that has been made. And nowadays, like I mean, most of the Pokemon they have like I'm trying to see if they do have like numbers on the bottom where you can check this what set it came from or what year. There's dates on the bottom too.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's also websites that you can go on and they'll show you each card that's been printed of that Pokemon.
Oh,
It's kind
okay.
of yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So getting into like I guess the websites you're talking about, do you
Hmm.
think like okay, like for sports card collectors, you can go to eBay, look up past sales. You can go to
Yeah.
like 130point.com. There's like what's called a card ladder. There's
Yeah.
so it's like a couple of apps out there. Does Pokemon have that same kind of like thing, or do y'all just go, do Pokemon collectors just go to eBay, or is there
Yeah. So they kind of
website
use
for them
we
as
kind of
well?
use the
Or
same thing. They use eBay for like past sales and stuff. There is an app called like Collector. They use TCG Player for like raw cards and the graded ones. There is Card Ladder too for the graded ones. I'm starting to like. I just downloaded it, so I'm still trying to. I haven't used it yet. So I still use eBay or stuff. We use uh Alt
Alt a lot
and
for
Alt.
the
Yeah,
Pokemon
yeah. Alt
TCG
is
side?
yeah. Alt's for all grading cards,
Oh, okay.
sports cards too. Yeah,
All cards. Interesting.
yeah.
Let's see. The other thing I was going to ask you then is, and this is from Gerald S, a CardBlitz viewer. We had like this 50th episode giveaway. One of the questions he asked is, right now, like this One Piece. It's called One Piece. It's like
Yeah.
it's a really popular trading card game as
Hmm.
well. Does that compete much with like Pokemon collectors, or is that like a different genre, like just a different genre of collector, or Is there much
No,
cross?
they have their own collectors too as well. There's people that have been watching it since the early 2000s. It's been around for a while. I've never really watched it, but I do carry the product because when I got into vending last year, beginning of last year,
Hmm.
people were always asking me, "Do you have One Piece? Do you have Magic? Do you have this?" So I was like, I saw One Piece at the store, and I was like, you know what? Let me get it and let me carry it because people will always ask, and people trade it in sometimes, and I'll take them in because I know people ask a lot for like the One Piece or Magic and all them are kind of hard to it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. But I carry One Piece as well too. And right now the market is high on One Piece.
So you had mentioned, you also deal in collectibles and Pokemon One Piece
Hmm.
cards as well. You can't be everything to everybody, right? Because
No, no, that's what I'm
it's like
saying.
a
Like
giant
that's why
warehouse.
I didn't want to carry like people ask like for the Magic and stuff like that and or Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm like I would like to carry it, but it's just a lot, And One Piece is still kind of like English is still kind of newer. The set, I mean, I got some. It's over here. I bought some of the new stuff that just came out as well. It's the One Piece,
Okay.
and it's kind of hot now, and the prices have gone up to where it's almost like their Pokemon prices as last year. Pokemon
As
prices,
far
where
as like the liquidity of that product.
yes, it's gone up pretty fast.
Well, speaking of you said the 30th anniversary. Uh,
Hmm.
I guess what's it called? Like Ascend? Pokemon is it supposed to be like Ascend or something like that? The
Oh,
new
the next set?
yes.
Oh
Ascend
yeah,
or
Ascended Heroes.
say again?
Ascended Heroes. I think it's
Yeah,
Ascended
that one.
Heroes.
Ascended
Yeah.
Hero. Do
Hmm.
you think that the because well, like One Piece is like kind of hot in the market right now? Does that mean
Hmm.
that like Pokemon's holding off to release that new set or
Uh-huh.
because from what I understand, Pokemon collectors were like, "Hey, we want this like at the start of January, and it's
Hmm.
getting towards the end of January."
Yeah. It comes out. I think it comes out this week.
Oh, it
On the third. I think January 30th. Yeah.
so they don't care about One Piece. Pokemon's like,
No, no.
we're gonna
Pokemon is
do
just
our
like
thing, you do your thing.
they actually slowed down the because I think about this time last year, um, Prismatic had came out already. I think around this time, so they kind of delayed the release date. But I mean, the market's still good for Pokemon.
And
I
so
feel.
that 30th anniversary set or
Hmm.
edition is going to come out. You said in the next few days, right?
No, that's not the 30th. The 30th is going to be another set coming
January
out. I
30th.
think in a
Oh, okay.
couple of months.
That'll be out on January 30th, and then the 30-year one will be a few months down the road.
Yeah, well, they still after this set comes out, there's another set coming out after that. So Pokemon tries to do at least 4 sets a year.
All right. Like one
Yeah,
quarter typically.
yeah,
I'm
kind of, yeah,
assuming that's probably their mindset.
yeah. So when the 30th comes out, it's probably gonna go crazy again like last year.
Well, Gabriel, let me throw this out there, man. Kind of a hot topic right now is this Logan Paul Illustrator card.
Oh yeah,
Very much about that and the hype because apparently it's a big deal.
yeah. I don't know if did it go for auction already. I didn't. I wasn't.
I just heard it's at the auction. I don't think it's
Yeah, I thought it was gonna go on auction in February, and I heard somebody said that it might do it early. But I saw it and I was just like, oh, I don't want to see because if it goes up, it might raise the prices up again on cards. Because
uh,
I think when
that's
he
the
had bought
effect.
one, huh?
I said, do you think that's the effect? Like that card sells for more, so all Pokemon cards could see their prices increase in.
Yeah, I feel like it because I think he's the when he bought that Charizard a while back in I guess 2020, that kind of got a lot of people back into the hobby as well. They saw him buy that card for what was it like 1 million or something?
And now it's probably gonna. I don't want to speculate, but you got
Yeah,
2 million. 5 years later, you probably want to see your return on investment because obviously, if you're a collector, you're trying to hold on to it.
yeah,
He might be just selling it to make some dollars and move on.
yeah. Yeah, I know he still had his collection. He had the Pikachu one that was like it's at a contest. They went in Japan, I think that's what it was. Pikachu something. But yeah, that's the one that was on. He's selling or what is it called? Golden is selling.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, when someone like me sees that across like my social media page, when I'm flipping through like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah,
like Logan Paul, Pikachu, or Illustrator, or Golden Auction, like over like they're saying like valuations may be closer to like 5 to 7 million.
yeah.
Like if I'm just the average guy, these investor types are looking at that, probably salivating, thinking maybe all Pokemon cards are worth investing in.
Well, and it's also the print. I think there wasn't that many cards printed of the card that he has. That's the main thing. Like that's why some cards are higher because they print less of that card.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
But like the ones in 1997, they had whatever print run, and those
yeah,
cards that survived in good shape 30
hmm
years later. That's the reason why those are going to retain their value.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you think that's good for the hobby though? Like when mainstream media picks up on Logan Paul and Pokemon cards, is that good for all dealers and collectors on the Pokemon side?
Yeah, I feel like it is because it still keeps the hobby going. It still gets people collecting them again, and you don't see them kind of Pokemon fading, you know, out like other stuff that's gone.
Okay, unlike real life humans that
Yeah,
do things that are questionable at times and end up on the
yeah,
that might impact the values of their cards or
yeah.
people's impressions. I don't think Pokemon has to worry about that, right?
No, I mean there been was it like 30th anniversary, 30 years already. So
Right. Oh, let me put this out there, man. Do you think what was I going to ask? As far as like those extra set of eyes that come in, that new money that comes in, and then you see things like at the Costco where like
mm,
you see people like fighting over boxes of cards.
yeah.
Like, are those like a rare instance that just blows up like on social media, or is it really that competitive to get the new product in collectors' hands?
Yeah, some people kind of take it a little bit too far with the fighting and um trying to take all the product. Usually like when I go I'll buy like one or two, and I leave the rest or whatever. It's just that's kind of crazy. And I know
You got
some of
like
the
the whole
stores,
pallet or the whole caseload, and
yeah, that's why some of the stores are limiting like one or two per person or household. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. I don't think people should be fighting over stuff like that.
yeah, exactly. Let's all be adults here and do the right
Yeah,
thing. Try to kind of model like, hey, this is how adults behave, not
yeah,
standing in fisticuffs or like embarrassing your family uh,
yeah.
or anything worse like that. Do you, as we're kind of winding down, let me ask you this last big question, then we'll go to like a final five kind of question thing. Um, do you think what was I going to ask you now? Because um, as far as that goes, speaking of Costco, do you think like Pokemon? You said they print a lot. Is overproduction an issue for like that part of the hobby?
No, I mean, if you're trying like the value, like when they print a lot, it does drop the value of your cards, of the cards. But I feel like they need to keep printing so collectors like myself can get the cards and and hold on to keep them.
But I
But
mean,
I've
you
heard
got a
that
whole
Pokemon is
planet of Pokemon card collectors. So
uh,
whatever print run, a few years later, it's still not going to be enough, I guess.
yeah, it's never enough for some people. They want all the product. I know Pokemon is opening up another, I think, factory kind of.
To keep up with demand.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Gabriel. Okay. So the final five fast questions. Okay.
Mhm.
Off the top of your head, I throw out the question. You just throw back the answer real quick. Okay. So it's not deep, thought-provoking stuff. It's just quick questions. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. You kind of already answered this earlier, but if you weren't collecting Pokemon anymore in 2026,
hmm
what are you going to collect?
Sports and wrestling cards. I like wrestling as well.
Okay. Next question is in the hobby,
hmm
there's anyone you can meet that you haven't met yet, who would you like to meet? It could be
Um,
content creator, it could be a creator of Pokemon cards, it could be on the sports side, just anyone. Who would you like to meet?
I would like to meet probably, I mean, like most of the Pokemon creators, like the you see on, like you said, the content creators. Probably, I like to meet most of them. uh, no names. I mean, just a lot of. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them, but I like to meet them and
The ones
ask
that
them.
actually
But
create the art, or the ones
yeah,
that, okay,
well, no,
or
the
the
ones that
YouTube
actually
folks
like the
that are
vendors,
uh,
like the vendors. I know there's some vendors out there that are like really collectors, and I like to talk to them and ask them about their collection as well. You know?
so you're more interested in the collecting side, the collector
Yeah,
story, and okay, that'll
yeah,
work, man. Um, okay, so it's Saturday night.
mhm,
Nothing going on because we're all trapped in our houses. Thank you,
yeah.
DFW weather. What are you doing?
I actually bought a Charizard UPC. So I told my wife for dinner we were opening Pokemon cards. So she's like, okay.
So you told the wife, "Hey, we're gonna do this," and she said that'll be a great dessert.
Yes, yes, she likes opening cards too. She's excited when she opens them now. So
She likes ripping the wax. All right.
yeah,
Card collecting. Do you think is it a nature thing, like in our DNA, or is it a nurturing thing, where like it's a learned trait?
which say it again, what was the question?
Nature versus nurture argument. Like for
Hmm.
card collecting or hobbyists in general,
Hmm.
is it in our DNA? Is it in our blood, or is it like something we've learned from others?
I feel like it's the I've learned from others. Like I said, my brother was collecting, and my dad, he's actually a musician. He plays guitar and he collects guitars. So I guess I kind of learned from them to collect cards and
So
other
you
stuff.
watch others, and then you
Yeah.
say, you know what, this is what I would like to do.
Yes.
All right. Last question. All right. So your go-to meal or dish, your favorite food in the whole wide world, Gabriel, what is it?
Nachos.
You want them all the way, or you just like
Probably
a stadium,
nachos and
or
oh, you know what? It's wings. It's actually wings.
you're going for the wings?
Yes, wings. I like to go to Pluckers. So
Well, we know that's a DFW thing. I don't know. I know they got them down in Austin. I don't know if
yeah,
Pluckers.
that's where it's from. It's from Austin.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if Pluckers is spread throughout the U.S. But those
Not that I
CardBlitz
know.
viewers, go get you some Pluckers. They're
Yes.
hearty portions, right? Big,
Yeah.
big things. Good
Yes.
sauce. We're gonna have to do that, Gabriel. You and I. We'll have to go out and eat wings and talk cards one of these days, like face to
Yes.
face again. It'll be good.
Yes, I like talking about collections and cards and stuff like that with everybody. So
Well, certainly want to thank you for your time, Gabriel. Where can Card Blitz viewers like find you socially? And do you have like Facebook, or is it best to reach out like Instagram or YouTube,
yes, they can
Twitter?
reach me at DFW Card Guy on Instagram. Right now the card shows are getting kind of canceled because the weather right now. So in the DFW, there was actually a big show uh today and tomorrow, and it got delayed till next week. But it seems like next week the weather is gonna be it might be bad again. So whenever there's a card show, I try to be there. So
Right, and that's primarily in the Pokemon world, correct?
yes,
Okay,
yes,
and again, you said socially find you on Instagram at DFW Card Guy, correct?
yes, yes.
And I'll
DFW
put a
Card Guy.
link in the YouTube notes below as well.
Okay.
Well, lastly, I'd like to close out by saying, Card Blitz viewers, if you have more questions about Pokemon, or I guess even One Piece now, because that's something we can talk about in the future as well, is about One Piece. Put them in the comments below. Gabriel and I will have to meet up again, circle again, and do
Yes.
and talk and answer these questions.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, on that note, stay in the house, stay warm, enjoy
Yes.
ripping tonight with the missus, and then keep us posted on your hits.
I
So
will.
the word out there as well on Instagram.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.